Hello friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. It is Whatcha Cooking Wednesday. I am using our deluxe air fryer again this week. Just loving it so much. So I wanted to share another new recipe with you for it. If you haven't joined me before, my name is Sharice Hurd. I am your Pampered Chef Consultant, and I am so thankful that you've joined me tonight. I do so appreciate you joining in. If you haven't yet, drop in the comments and say hello. Tell me what you're cooking tonight. I would love to hear about it. I always love getting new ideas from people that join us. So, again, I'm making a stir fry, as you might have seen. This recipe, and it's called an air fryer pork stir fry. So we're not real big on pork stir fry, so we're doing a chicken stir fry tonight. So this recipe has a lot of ways that you can modify it to make it your own, and that's one thing I just love about it, is that I can make it my own. You can make it your way, however your family likes it. That's how you should make it, right? You don't want them to eat this. And I love stir fries because they're fresh, with lots of vegetables in there. I'll be serving this over rice, which I'm going to start in just a minute. So tell me, what would you put in your stir fry? We like water chestnuts, broccoli, carrots, red peppers, all those things. Sometimes little baby corns when I can find them. So tell me, drop in the comments, tell me what you put in your stir fry. So, and also, if you're watching the replay of this, comment #replay and feel free to share this video with your friends, because who doesn't need a little recipe inspiration, right? Okay, so let's get cooking, right? We're going to start with, I want to get the rice going. So I have been cooking rice in Pampered Chef's micro cookers forever, probably 15 plus years, okay, at least. Way before I was a consultant. This is my go-to way to make rice. Both my sons love it, rice. So they actually have one of these each in their kitchens, because they know this is how to make rice, right? So this is the micro cooker, the 3-quart micro cooker plus, all right? And it's plus because you can cook rice and potatoes and pasta in here. And it has a 2-part lid that comes apart. And this helps to keep any overflow liquid in the bowl and not all over your microwave, right? So in our regular, this is our 2-quart, and we also have a 1-quart. So in our 2-quart, this is the one I use for vegetables, steaming vegetables, a couple times a week, really, broccoli, all the things. Try to twist it off with it one hand. Okay, not working. There we go. So I actually just used this one a little while ago. I have some carrots in here that I kind of I steamed them like, I don't know, a minute and a half. They're baby carrots that I cut in quarters, so they're really quite small. But I just wanted to soften them up because I'm going to put them in the air fryer. But I wanted to soften them up so they would cook just as fast as the onion and the pepper that I'm going to put in with it. And if you're doing broccoli, you can decide if you're one that likes your broccoli soft, you might want to steam it for like a minute first. If you like a little crunchy, then you can just throw it in the air fryer with this, okay? So this is the regular micro cooker, and you can see like the lid, it just has little holes and it's 1 part, all right? So the plus is what you want to use for your rice, mashed potatoes, and pasta, all right? So I've got 2 cups of rice in here. 3 cups of water is going in next. Now, if you want, you can add a little oil. You can add a little salt. I don't need it for these, okay? Because they're going to be a little salt because of the soy sauce and everything. So I don't want to add any extra salt. So you put the lid on there, lock it on. So in the microwave for 5 minutes at 100% and then 10 minutes at 50%. This is jasmine rice. Cooks perfect every time. So let me get that started, okay? All right, and 5 minutes. All right, so the rice is started. It'll probably be done way before that, before our dinner is, but that's okay because it can just sit and stay warm, okay? All right, so let's get started. Where's my recipe? I've lost it. So I want to remember how to put what I need to do the air fryer on. All right, so we're going to be using the bottom part. So if you haven't seen one of my videos before, this is our deluxe air fryer and oven, brand new, just came out March 1st. We have actually, so it has one door, okay, or two doors, okay, because there are actually two ovens in here. The top oven, you've got this wire rack as well as the sheet pan here, all right, that comes with it. And that's your regular oven, your toaster, makes amazing pizzas. I gotta tell you, I made a couple pizzas this last weekend, so good, all right. And then the bottom here comes with these mesh racks here. You can probably see it. There you go. All right. And it has two of those because there's two layers. That's your air fryer, convection oven down here. Okay. So I'm going to do two layers here because I'm actually cooking a little bit extra with this recipe. I'm probably cooking and double the recipe because we like leftovers. All right. And this is a good thing for my husband to take for lunch tomorrow. So, plus I have a 23-year-old son who's 6'4" and will eat me out of house and home. All right, so I said there's two doors, so you can do this. To open this, I use that same handle for the one door and the two door, but for one door, you have to do the little latch there, little thumb latch, and then the bottom door, all right? So we're gonna be using the bottom part. We're gonna get it going. So turn it on, press the center dial, and it says, let's get cooking, which is what I already said, right? All right, so then just turn it to air fry. And I'm gonna push center. Now it says 25 minutes. I need about 20. So we're gonna do 20 minutes. And now this has to preheat. So our old air fryer didn't preheat. This one does, all right? So it's just because it's bigger and it needs more power. All right, so let's get our veggies. I've already got in my stainless steel bowl here, this is the medium one of our 3-piece set. I've got probably about 3 pounds of chicken in there. The recipe calls for 1.5 pounds for one meal of 4 servings. There you go. All right, and then I want to do my onion. So actually, I'm using our new foundation knives. So I've got them all 4 right here. I'm gonna pull it in front so you guys can see it. Look at these knives. These knives are beautiful. So you've got 4 knives in this set. There is the chef's knife, the bread knife. This is the utility knife I've got here. And then it's got a paring knife. So the 4 main knives that you need are all right here in this beautiful acacia wood rack. All right, now you saw it standing there, but look I can flip this over. So if you're someone who likes to get your knives off your counters, you know, you want clear counters, you have drawer space. I don't, but you know, that's okay. But now I have this beautiful knife set right here that can sit out. Look at that, okay? So that's what I'm using. And on my cutting board, this is our prep board. And the other reason I love this one, because it has these little racks here, and it comes with 2 of these little buckets, okay? So if I was prepping ahead, I could have 1 bucket over here, and you know, putting my cut up, I could cut this, because you know what, I can prep this ahead. If you know tonight's gonna be a busy night, cut up your onions and your peppers ahead of time, throw it in one of these bowls, it has a lid, throw it in the fridge, then when it comes time to cook dinner, it's all done, and you can cut up your chicken ahead of time too. So easy peasy, but I use one of them as my garbage bowl, because who doesn't need a garbage bowl, right? Now, so I've already got my onion in there. So I'm just gonna cut this in to kind of strips, and then I'm gonna cut them in half, because I want them about 1 inch long. I want about 1 inch pieces. There we go. These knives are so nice and sharp. And I'm putting it right in with the chicken. We're going to toss it all together with some oil. So, yeah, if you would prep this ahead of time, think of the time it would save. You could come in, turn your oven on, and then put this all together, okay? All right, there's our onion. Oops, our rice is done, so I'm going to put it back in So that was 5 minutes at 100%. Now we're gonna do 10 minutes at 50%. So let me put that on. I usually give it a little swirl before I do that. All right, cook time, 10 minutes. Power, 50%. All right, start that up. Okay, now let's do our pepper. All right, so we're gonna cut this up. We're gonna cut this into slices. And I wanna show you another little handy tool. All right, that's my favorite way to cut it, so that I get the whole thing right there. Okay, and I'm gonna cut these, there's little veins out of there. It can be a little bitter at times, so we're gonna take those out. And then I just wanna get rid of my seeds right here in my garbage bowl. Love it. Okay, so who's seen our quick slice? Do you have one of these? Comment quick slice if you've got this already in your kitchen. All right, this is the protector bottom. I'm just gonna take that off. So with this, I wanna just cut these into slices, nice even slices. Again, if your slices are even, then it will cook evenly, right? So you gotta get all your pieces about the same size. So I'm gonna lay that on there, put this on top. Now you wanna rock this, and that allows it to line up. And boom, look at these beautiful little slices, all the same, all right? Pop those in there. All right. That's the way I like to dump it. I just dump it like that. But the way you gotta remember is to rock it down. If you just push it down, you might not be lined up. That might be a little bit big. I think it'll fit. Okay, I'm gonna cut those in half though because they're a little bit longer than what I want. Because I want them about an inch. Those are 2 inches. There we go. All right. So yeah, if you just try to go straight down on it, it could cut into the black part, but by rocking it, it allows it to kind of go down into between the little things. Now this blade is serrated and it is kind of a V-shaped. It's hard to see, I know. So cleaning it, I do suggest using our dual-sided cleaning brush. Gets right in there and you don't have to worry about it, cutting up your sponge or anything like that, or your hands. So, quick slice, one of my favorite tools, all right? Let's move that out of the way. Okay, then I've got my carrots. I'm gonna throw those in. Now, if I had broccoli, I forgot to get broccoli at the store, so no broccoli tonight. But normally, I probably would have put some broccoli in here as well. All right, I'm just going to dry this off a little bit because I'm going to, and this board, the way it's designed, these little dishes fit right underneath the lip, so you can just scrape it right in, okay? Oop, it's ready for us, so we got to get going here. So, I'm just going to take a little bit of oil. I just got some canola oil. I don't recommend using olive oil because you want something with a higher burn. I don't know if that's the word. So it doesn't burn, basically. All right, where's my tongs? I forgot to get them out. Okay. All right, I just want to toss this, and then I'm going to talk about real quick. So it's just hanging out for me right now. My air fryer's ready to go. So I've just got the oil on here. Put a little bit of oil on the veggies and the chicken because we're going to put it all in the oven at the same time. All right, I just want to get this stirred around so that it gets the oil on all the pieces and break up some of those onion pieces. There we go. All right. So yeah, I would add broccoli to this. You could add pineapple, water chestnuts, like anything, really, whatever you're happy with. So this sheet pan comes with the air fryer, and you can put your veggies and chicken right on here and put it in the air fryer, okay? If I was doing a single batch. So, but I want to talk to you about this set. This is our small oven bakeware set. So this is one of our accessories for the air fryer. You can buy this as a set for all 3 pieces, or you can buy these 2 pieces separately. So can you see this? Yep, that's our small oven brownie pan. And this is our small oven baking pan, or bake pan. Baking pan? Bake pan? I can't remember exactly. So you might have seen me use this one last week for the Fiesta chicken, right? And then there is the little sheet pan, okay, that comes with it as well. These are nonstick, so super easy to clean. I absolutely love them, okay? So I'm actually going to use this one and the black one. We're going to compare how well they clean up after each other, okay? I'm pretty sure this one here is going to clean up much better just because of the material on the coating on it. But I need 2 sheet pans to put in the oven tonight. So, there we go. We got, everything is already oiled up. I just want to break those onions up. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to spread it out evenly between the 2 pans. All right. And we're going to cook it for, like I already said it, for 20 minutes, okay? And about the halfway mark, it will beep at me. And we're going to take it out, and we're going to just give it a stir, and we're going to add our sauce, which I'm going to show you the sauce in 1 minute. Let me just get this going here. All right. I think we get the rest of it on there. All right, we got a little bit more in there. Carrots out. There we go. That over there, out of my way. So spread this out, because if you have it on more of a flat, even, flat surface, so they're all, they're not all toppled on top of each other. If you spread them out, then it's going to cook a little faster and more evenly, okay? Because we want all these little chicken pieces, everything to cook up. Of course, this is our quick and easy version of stir fry, okay? So there we go, it's all ready to go. So now I'm going to put on, because I've got to grab this. This is hot, so good. Look at this. So Pepper Chef made us these lovely oven gloves, okay? I got to say, these are so much better than the mitts, right? Because you can actually use your fingers and you can pinch. Speaking of pinchers, right in here, they double protect the whole thing. So you're not going to, grab something and then burn yourself. All right. So let's get this bottom oven opened up, and we're going to put these right in there, okay? It doesn't really matter which way I put them, because I'm going to rotate them and, put the opposite one after we put the sauce in, halfway through. All right, and then push that button right there, and that starts the timer, okay? Yeah, so with these gloves, you don't even have to worry that, you're going to touch anything hot, okay? They're just fabulous. All right. So I mentioned a sauce. Let's talk about sauce. This sauce is so super easy, all right? So if you want to get a sweet chili sauce, we're using, we love these GQs, makes this sugar-free sauces. So many of them, ketchup, everything. So we're using the sweet chili. Now it's spicy, so if you're not a spicy gal or guy, then just go for a sweet and sour type sauce, okay? Or if you have a favorite Asian type sauce, maybe it's kind of a hoisin or something like that flavored, go for that, make your own sauce, okay? But this is super easy. I'm not kidding you. Okay, in my measure-all cup, I had a half. So again, remember I'm doubling this, so I'm using a half a cup of the sauce. And then I need 4 tablespoons. Let's double check that. Yeah, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. So I've got a light soy sauce here that I'm going to use. So I've got my little mini easy read measuring cup here. This is part of the set of 4. You saw earlier when I made the rice, I was using the big 4-cup one, right? So we go from 4 tablespoons, that itty bitty thing, to 4 cups, okay? So you get a 4-cup, quarter, 4 tablespoons is a quarter cup. So quarter cup, 1 cup, 2 cup, 4 cups in the set, all right? Here we go. All right, so we got the soy sauce in there. Ooh, guess what? That's our sauce. Done. All right, super easy. I'm gonna grab my whisk. So this is the sauce. We're gonna pour this on. the veggies and the chicken about halfway through, so at 10 minutes. So when it beeps at us, I've got it in my, this is the silicone, this is the medium silicone bowl. It comes in a set of 3, 1 cup. This is the 2 cup, and it has a 4 cup. And they have lids. I love these whenever I have to pour anything. If you're doing chocolate, it is the best thing ever because you can melt it in there and then pour it right out. Okay, so my microwave just went off. So that is ready. I want to grab my rice so I can show you what's going on there. All right, let me get that. There we go. Let me grab a spoon. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is going to be, I forgot to grab one thing. Hold on one second, sorry. I need my toaster tongs. Because I will show you. This always kind of gets suctioned on and it's hot, okay? So you want to be careful. But the best way to get it off for me, I grab my toaster tongs. See, it's kind of stuck in there. And if I left it longer, it would unstick. It's just got that suction. There we go. All right, but use those toaster tongs to get it off of there, because you can see the steam, right? Ooh, gotta get my glasses going here. All right, so look at this rice. The water is all absorbed. It is perfect rice. So like I said, I use jasmine rice all the time. And look it's beautiful. All right, I just kind of fluffed it up. Smells good. Now we can just let it sit there and it can rest while the air fryer is cooking the rest of our dinner. Okay, so let me put that aside. Get that out of my way. One last thing I want to talk to you about, guys. Oh my gosh, Pampered Chef just announced today a flash sale on our newest, almost viral item. I think it will be viral after this week. It is, and I can't even tell you, it's one of my favorites, okay? Because we used to have a bottle opener way back, but this one does so much more, okay? It's nice and small, fits in your drawer, can fit in your purse. It goes everywhere. It can go everywhere with you, all right? So without thinking about the water, those soda bottles you can't open, the inside of here is grooved, so you can grab that soda bottle and get it open, okay? This side of that circle is your bottle opener. So opening beer bottles, things like that, all right? This little cloth thing there, can you see that? What is that? That actually is your jar loosener. So you actually put this on the side of your jar. I have this one right here. And it releases the seal. You put it under there, and you go a couple times around, and it releases the seal in your jar. So if you have a problem opening your pickle jar, this is the trick, okay? Then think about those soda can pull tabs. Right here, this little hole, you put that in there, pop it open, soda's open. Or the pull can on the pull lid on the cans, you do this part first to lift it up, then you grab it with the hook and pull it back. No getting your hands cut or messy, all right? 5-in-1 opener is what it's called. And for the next 5 days, through the end of the month, it is a special deal of buy 2, get 1 free. So basically you're getting 3 for 20 bucks, all right? So like I said, start thinking about everybody on your gift list that you want to give one to. You can start stock up now for stocking stuffers, okay? Or think about adult Easter baskets, all right? Or who has a boat? They need this on their boat, right? Or they have an outside kitchen or a camper. You maybe need just need one in your purse. Like, there are so many uses where this could go. Let's see, where else? Your purse, your camper, your boat, your outdoor kitchen, your what else? I had some other ideas and now I forgot them. I'm thinking, the grandparents, they need one of these to help them open, because sometimes they lose the strength in their hand. They need a handy opener. So think about everyone in your list, and if you want a shopping link for the opener, comment opener, and I will get you that link so that you can shop and grab 3 of these for 20 bucks. So buy 2, get 1 free. Such a great deal. and it is only good until through March 31st. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. All right, we are done cooking. Well, that's still cooking, but in about 2 minutes, I'm going to toss it with our sauce that I made, and we're going to put it back in for 10 minutes and let it cook off. Then we're just going to put it on our rice, serve it over our rice. Think about toppings. So you can put some green onions on there, some sesame seeds, some chopped up peanuts or cashews. Actually, I have some cashews. I think I might do sesame seeds and cashews tonight. So you can really dress it up. Make this dish what you want it to be, all right? And the ease of the air fryer just means that you can kind of walk away from it for a little bit. You're not standing over a stove and stirring it up like a normal stir fry, which can be kind of nice because if you're busy, maybe you got to help the kids with homework, or you just want to sit down and read a book and you don't want to cook, all right? Prep ahead your veggies and your meat. Keep them separate until you're ready to put it together. Put a little oil on it, throw it in the oven. Easy peasy, right? And then you got a 2-ingredient sauce. It's a win-win for everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I will see you here next week in April. Oh my gosh, where has the first quarter of the year gone? Anybody else feeling that way? Maybe just me. So I will see you here next Wednesday for another episode of What to Cook on Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.